Hey guys, so today I'm here with a game called War Thunder. It's a World War II game. It's kind of like teams versus teams. You can play tanks, you can play airplanes. Right now I'm playing airplanes. I highly recommend this game to anyone who's into history or team versus team battles of any kind. It is a fantastic game. This coming from someone who's not normally into war games. But it is free to play, and the graphics, man, like they're amazing. The amount of detail that's gone into making this is just mind blowing. I mean, like if you look here, you can see all like the different bits of wear and tear on the plane. If I show you my Spitfire here, wait for it to load. Takes a little while. You can see they've actually kind of put on the fuel capacities on the tanks and various different encryptions. I don't know if you can see that on the video, but yeah, that's there. The various different bridges on the wings. It's quite impressive, especially for a free-to-play game. Can't you tell I love it? Oh, wow. I have been playing the hell out of this game recently, just because it really is amazing. I am kind of a bit of a nerd for this. It's, as much as I say I'm not into war things, I've always had like a thing for wartime planes. I'm not like a professional on these type of things, but they've always interested me. They've always kind of grabbed my attention. I'd love to go and see them in museums and stuff like that. So to see the different details and the various different planes you can get for the different countries, all based on what was actually used, and they feel like what they should feel like. The controls on them are just amazing. They're so realistic. Depending on which type of mode you play, I'm going to be playing arcade battles, which is kind of just friendly games. You can play ranked games, which the controls are a hell of a lot more realistic. I'll show you when I get into game, which I should queue up for now. But you can see, based on the different models, when you're flying, you can feel that they turn differently. Some turn faster, some slower. You can kind of feel the weight of them when you're playing. It's so strange to be nerding out about this right now, but it really is a great game, and you guys should definitely check it out. I'll include a link in the description. I'm just going to be playing one game today just to show you guys what it's kind of like, just so you get an idea. I haven't played tanks yet, simply because, well, I played one game, but I don't play them as much as I should, simply because my computer cannot handle the amount of graphics that goes into building the maps. Airplanes is a little more, like, they kind of gloss over the graphics. Let's open up with a fighter here. They kind of gloss over the graphics a bit more because it's a little. You don't need as much. Just putting ground stuff on, like you don't need as much work into graphics. Yeah, I'll show you here. Like this is my Spitfire. It's a lot nimbler than the other planes I have, but you can see, like if you see the little X in the middle of the screen, that's where my guns are. So, and the circle around it is my mouse control. So when I move my mouse to the left here, the guns don't instantly follow. There's a little bit of lag, and some people probably may think it's my computer, but it's not. It's the way the game is meant to be played. It is just amazing. I'm too high up to do it right now. So the aim of this game mode, from what I can tell, is to bomb the little enemy targets over here and take down the enemy ground units here. Some of the ground units are a little more difficult and require heavier machinery to kill. Like there's medium tanks, pillboxes, stuff like that. It is a little hard to aim with these things. I am going to say as well that for the planes you get, you can customize them. You can customize the hell out of them. Like all the decals that I have on my Spitfire right now are based around like actual wartime decals that people use on their planes and stuff. Some of them may not be entirely accurate. You'll probably see later if I get my bomber out, one of them has the NVIDIA logo on it. There we go. That's destroyed. I should probably get into some dogfights just to show you guys what we're up against here. The teams are entirely randomized. Sometimes you'll be fighting against, like, actual... I guess professionals would be the ones that I'm talking about, but, like, sometimes you'll see in your enemy team, like, when I first started out, I thought it would be, like, country versus country kind of thing. But sometimes you'll see in the enemy team, they'll be flying the same planes as you are. So they're playing in the same country, but they're just on a different team. So it seems to be entirely randomized. Let's see here. Who do I go for? The way the guns work as well is slightly realistic. You can modify the bullets you put into them based on how many times you play a plane in a battle. It is entirely freaking difficult to shoot these people down. Sometimes you just have to ram them. You do get those people on this. Yeah. As far as controls go, I'm dodging all over the place here. Yeah, going back to controls. When you get damaged or you get hit by bullets, you'll feel the plane react the same way a plane would if it was damaged. So you'll end up trying to land a bomber with one wing sideways, which never works. You also get this. If you go too tight around the corner, your crew gets a little G sickness, I guess. So you can't really see anything, target anything. You can fire your guns, but you don't know what you're firing at. You can upgrade that as well. You can train your crew to be better, more accuracy in the guns. Especially you've seen as some of the bombers have AI-controlled gunners on the back, which are always fun to just fly through the middle of enemy teams with. Yeah. That's kind of really all I have to say. I feel like I'm going on, but it really is such a great game. Let's see if I can get this bastard. Yeah. So seriously, guys, check it out. If you're into this kind of stuff, or even if you're not and you're just looking for something to play, it is a massive time waster. The games don't take that long. They're usually about 50 minutes each. It depends on how good your team is. Like my team right now, if you can see from the scoring board up there, the blue side, we're doing terribly. There we go. He's down. He's going down anyway, I hope. Just take him up the butt. There we go. Take him up the butt. Quote from me. So the aim of this game, like I said, is to take out the enemy units and aircraft and bomb their bomb their bases. You can see over in the red they showed you earlier. The score is based on how many of those are left. So the more bases you take out with your bombs, the more points that you lose on their side. I don't know if any of you have played League of Legends Dominion. It's kind of similar to that, where if you don't have like points captured or you're not taking down enemy units, their points, like their bar up the top there, doesn't decrease, and if they're taking out yours does. So it's kind of a race against the clock, and it's also a massive like teamwork game, I guess. Although in this kind of style, it's less teamwork and more throw yourself at the enemy and hope for the best. In the realistic mode, the realistic, I guess, ranked mode is what I was looking for. It's a little different, where it requires a lot more teamwork. You don't get as many lives. Like once you've destroyed your plane, that's it. Whereas in this, you have a set of 5 planes maximum, unless you pay for more slots. And each time you crash a plane, you could just respawn in a new one. Yeah, it's a little more... Oh, I tried to undercut him there. That didn't work. Yeah, we're losing badly. There are different game modes as well, I should point out. There's one that's kind of like capture the flag, but except it's with bases. And you have to land the plane in order to capture the base, which is difficult when you're being chased by 6 different enemy units. And yeah, that works kind of like capture a flag. The longer you have the base, the more points they lose. The longer they have the base, the more points you lose. There's another one as well, which is entirely just... It's similar to this, except you don't have the bomb targets over here. You can bomb their base, which... Each team has a base, by the way. In most units, except capture the base thing. Which you can return your plane to if it's critically damaged. Get it repaired, get the guns restocked, bombs restocked. That kind of stuff. So yeah, each team has one of those, and you can bomb the other team's base, take that down, and get some points for it. Yeah. So, and the entire point of that game mode is just to kill these bastards here. I don't know if you guys know this as well, but on this Spitfire I have, you can see the bullet tracks. It's because I have stealth bullets. So, not only can I not see where I'm shooting, or where the bullets are going, but the person I'm shooting cannot see me shooting them. They can hear the guns, but they can't see them, so it makes it a little more difficult for them to dodge. These ones are also great for armor penetration. They're okay for taking down heavy armored tanks. It takes a lot, but they do it. Yeah. There's not a lot of action in this game, I'm surprised. I was expecting it to be more swarm of enemy players following me everywhere because I can be annoying in this. Oh, so close. Do we win? Yep, we won. Just. Let me get out of here. I'll show you the other planes I have in my army team right now, and I'll show you the other countries you can play as. Just give it a second here. Okay, so we'll skip this. Don't care. Go away. Okay, so like it's giving me the option to update my Spitfire here. The more games you play with a certain airplane, that's what I'm looking for. A certain airplane or a tank, if you're playing tanks, I guess. The more of these little blue guys you get, they're research points. You can put them into researching new parts for your planes and tanks, upgrading them. You can also put them into researching new planes as well, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I'll show you this one. This guy's my favorite guy when he gets up here. He's big, he's beastie, he's got an AI turret on the back there and an AI controlled gun on the bottom here. I do control the gun myself. It also bombs. Surprise, surprise. You wouldn't have been able to tell by the size of this thing. That's sarcasm. But yeah, no, this guy's my favorite guy. I'll show you here, actually. You can customize decals that I was talking about earlier. There's various different decals. I'll change my inscription. You can get inscriptions here. You unlock them as the game goes along, based on certain things. Like this one, if I win 230 missions, then I unlock that guy. You can get ones based off of how many ground units you destroyed, it's kind of a rewards-based thing, achievements you get kind of thing. But yeah, like, they're pretty cool. They really are. I'll show you. There's special ones as well. I don't know if it's going to be advertising or whatever, but there's special ones you can get depending on what you've purchased. This one's for whatever the hell that magazine is. I've never read that, so I don't have it. You got different Halloween ones here. This one is Santa being pulled along by planes, which is awesome and odd at the same time. You can even put old flags on. So they've got all these guys. That's pretty cool as well. Yeah, so pretty much any country you can think of, I think. I haven't gone through there and scrutinized each flag, but pretty much any country you can think of, they should have the flag for it in there. If I go back here, oh yeah, another important thing to notice, or to note, you don't have to notice it, but I'll note it, is the test flight. You can purchase, once you've researched a plane and purchased the plane, and trained your crew for that plane, which is all done with these points here. You are nosing game. That's not overly important. You can test the plane out before you fly it. So if you want to know how the plane's going to handle before you take it into battle, you can do that if you want. How it lands, how it shoots, different maneuvers, all that kind of stuff. If you want to figure that out and set up like the ultimate team, you can do that. I don't care. I'm very biased towards my planes. I know what I like and I'm sticking to them. Yeah, okay. As you can see here as well, we have America and like all these other, yeah, there's so many different countries you can play for. It's Russia, Poland. I think you can play for Poland. I don't know. I'm not sure if you can play for Poland, but I know you can get Polish Air Force insignias on your plane if you wanted to. They also have the Australian insignias. I don't know if that's of any importance to anyone, but that's something I noticed. But yeah, I think there's five countries you can play for max. Some of them you can only play tanks on. Pretty much all of them you can play your planes on. Certain battles, if I show you here, only take certain countries. I don't know why that is. It's like the air simulator battle here, which is the, I guess, more realistic than the realistic battles. But those are the ones I was talking about earlier. You can play with squadrons if you have a bunch of friends you want to get together and make a squadron with. You can do those type of fights. It works very similarly to ranked League in the various different battle types you can play. Yeah, I think that's all I have to tell you about this game. If you liked the game, I will include a link in the description. It's free to play. Like I said, all you have to do is make an account and go for it. It is worth noting as well that the same company who makes this also makes a space version, so you can do space battles and stuff. Living the dream. Living the nerd dream right there. I haven't tried that one out. When I do, I will get back to you guys, because I assume it is going to be just as awesome as this, except in space. And probably more awesome, because it's space. Yeah. Anyway, I'll include the link to their website where you can check out all the games. They don't just do this war type game, they do other plane-based war type games. They do tank-based stuff as well. They do a lot of war games. So I'll include that in the description. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it. Stick around if you want. Subscribe. That's up to you. I'm not going to force you to do it. Do what you want. Anyway, I'll see you later, guys. Adios.